In French, we say, le malheur ne vient jamais seul, which means, I don't even know what that means in English, to be honest with you. Let me just give you an example. It's like one bad thing will attract more bad things. That makes sense? Negative energy will attract more bad things to your life. Let me give you an example. If you are found guilty of something, you're gonna lose sponsors, you're gonna lose your kid, your wife, and your money, you're gonna pay lawyers and stuff like that. So it brings more bad things to your life. You're gonna lose more. That could be said also when good things happen to you and you have a tendency to get more good things. New friends, everybody wanna be around you and all that. Wow, why are we even explaining French word here and blah, blah, blah. Enzo been found guilty, but not what you think. So hold on. Don't shoot me yet because we know how it goes. If you mention Enzo guilty or racism claims, racism allegations, or you put a question mark at the end of the sentence, people are not interested on that. Just because you put in the same sentence, Enzo guilty or racism, that means you hate Enzo and we have to shoot you down because you are nobody. And people start racially abusing you. So if you can watch this video, it's less than 10 minutes. You can understand what I'm talking about here instead of jumping and abuse even more. All right, so to give you an example of what I just said, Enzo is flying back to London, right? So he put this on Instagram with his kid in his private jet coming to London. And look at what I said. Enzo Fernandez coming back to London to face the music and deal with the issue face to face. Maybe? Better do it sooner and move on. That is me. Where is the racism here? Did I say that Enzo is guilty? Did I say that he's racist? I've been saying from day one, I don't believe that he's a racist. I believe that the culture in his country and in the national team, they don't understand that certain banter could be interpreted as racism in other countries. So lack of education, he's ignorant, and we should try to solve the problem, not to put the problem under the rug. I've been defending him. I defended Enzo more than anybody else. But people don't read what I say, or people don't watch my videos until the end. They think, oh, this is the title. Let's attack this guy. And look at the answer that I saw. Oh, the guy just deleted what. So this comment here from me, encouraging him, calling him, he's a real man because he wanna face the problem face to face. Talk to Nicholas Jackson. Talk to Wesley Fofana as men, explain to them, finish this problem before the season starts. That is me encouraging Enzo and calling him a real man. This guy here, he deleted the message. Yeah, I think he understood that this guy didn't say anything wrong, but oh my goodness, the amount of racial abuses that I got from that comment, you won't believe. So the problem with them, so I answered to that question. I answered to his insult and racial accusation and homophobic and name calling. I said, you know, the problem is if you mention Enzo Fernandez, you can put a question mark. You can put allegation at the end. They don't care just because you associate Enzo with racism or with guilt. That means you hate him and we have to kill you. And as you can tell, even this guy that attacked me yesterday, he came back again and retweeted the same text. He copy-pasted in the same message to say, just say, I hate Enzo. You F Mag. Go F yourself. You absolutely thick-headed. I can't read this because it's going to be blocked on YouTube. Go and just die because you are good for nothing. You are bringing, you're not bringing anything on the table. That's how useless, low-life moron you are. Just for supporting Enzo and then telling him to face the problem as a man and then solve the problem. This is the kind of people that you're going to get on social media. So, Enzo being found guilty of running the red light, not stopping on the red light, basically. This is a very minor situation here in America because they record everything, right? You can't run from justice anymore. Cameras everywhere. They're going to pick you somewhere. They're going to send you a ticket in your mailbox. You pay. If you don't pay, and then it's going to be criminal, you go to court. It's not even a problem anymore here in America. But he was driving a Porsche. Allegedly, he was inside. They didn't see who was inside, but they did some investigation. They found him guilty, and he's going to be, I don't know, fined some money or whatever. And apparently, he was driving without insurance. But the insurance claim was dropped. The lawyer worked on it and said there is no proof for that, blah, blah, blah. But he been found guilty in the court of law, not for racism, but for breaking the traffic rules, which is very, very small offense. If it was for a normal citizen like you and me, we were not going to even know it. But it's important to mention because, like I said at the beginning, when one bad thing happens to you, the tendency is that many other bad things will happen, and it's just like a successful of bad thing after bad things. That is the sense that I wanted to make in this video. And yeah, so you're gonna see people continue like bringing all kind of examples and say, oh, what about France and the Muslim? What about Burkina Faso and the poverty over there? What about China and the Muslim? What about, how about? So people can't face the situation anymore nowadays. It's about deflecting the attention. Oh, what about Fofana responding publicly on social media? What, brother? You posted a video live in the public place, and I'm not able to defend myself in the public place, and it's my fault for responding to your stupidity. That's how this world works. It just shows you how human beings are made, like so evil to the level where you have to normalize everything to fit your own bias. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It's so stupid. Okay, we're going to move very quickly and talk about Robert Sanchez is going to stay at Chelsea, and Chelsea are looking for another goalkeeper that will compete with him as a number one. And Georgi Petrovic is going to be sold. Girona or Genoa or Girona. Yeah, Genoa, right? I think it's Genoa were offered the goalkeeper, but they can't afford. Their budget is too low. I think this is injustice because Petrovic is worse. Is worse. He's not worse than Robert Sanchez. I've already made an entire video on the GFC YouTube channel with more details. I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. Go watch that video for more details. And I think Ben Robert is the reason why this guy is a Chelsea. Robert Sanchez is a Chelsea, and he doesn't want to look bad. And so people can say he made a wrong decision by spending 25 million bringing him a Chelsea. But this is favoritism. This is tribalism. And you don't need statistic to know that Petrovic is way better than Robert Sanchez. And talking about the goalkeeper, only few days ago, Bento from Brazil was there, waiting for a big team from Europe to come and buy him. That guy got everything. The size, goal. He's just so good. He's just like Alisson Becker, but he was back there in Brazil until Saudi came calling last week, and he went to Saudi. And remember, if you've been watching me for a while, I've been talking about this Bento guy, like, hey, I want to keep Petrovic as my number one. But if Enzo Maresca want to play from the back and Petrovic can't do it, you can go now and get Bento. No, we are always reactive. I think after a few training sessions, Enzo Maresca was like, no, man, I'm done with this crap. Robert Sanchez is not the guy. Petrovic is not the guy. We have to find somebody else. But if there is one goalkeeper that need to go, it's Robert Sanchez, not Petrovic. But it is what it is. So, like I said, Chelsea are always like reactive and not proactive. So instead of preventing the problem before it comes to your life, you're just waiting and waiting until it's too late. So according to Matlow, they just realized in the last 24 hours that, man, we just need a goalkeeper. Where were you all this time? So who is going to be your choice? We're going to talk about Cucurella red hair here because he promised his nation. Let's just finish about the goalkeeping situation. So Burnley, James Trafford, Valencia, Georgi Mamavtevlich, Villarreal, Philip Jorgensen. So the three candidates to come to Chelsea Football Club are there. Let us know who is your choice. All right. So let's just continue to give some flowers to European champion, Mr. Cucurella. Look at his hair. He promised that if Spain wins, he's going to paint his hair red. It looks a little bit weird, though. But it is what it is. He's the man of his word. He did it, and we have to congratulate him. Look at the memes. Red-headed. The boys continue working very hard at Cobham Training Center. Next week, they are flying to America. If you're going to be in Indiana kind of location, you might see me in the stadium somewhere in training or whatever. I got a ticket, but I don't know if I can make it because of my family, babysitting and all that. But I would try really to, it's only 2 hours from my house. I can drive. I'm trying to negotiate with my Blue Army to let me go, but I will see what I can do. If you are in the Indiana, against Celtic, if you are around, you might see me. Say hi. Say hi to me. What else? Nothing really. Nothing is happening in the community at the moment. And this statement from the Premier League came just when I was trying to close this video. The Premier League and our clubs are committed to tackling all form of discrimination. We are in contact with Chelsea Football Club, and we will continue to support clubs, players, and staff in taking actions against discriminatory abuses. No room for racism. Well, why they always point Chelsea Football Club and Enzo Fernandez? This is another problem. Alvarez was there, right? Lisandro Martinez was there. They are from the Premier League, right? McAllister probably was in the bus. Why they are only investigated on Chelsea and Enzo Fernandez? Somebody need to say something about this one. Yes, Enzo is the guy who filmed the entire thing and put it. It was live. He didn't even film. It was live on Instagram. But it doesn't mean that he was singing. It was like 20 voices. Everybody was singing. Why can't they find out the truth? Ask Messi. Ask whatever federation who was on that bus and who was singing. And then take actions against all of them instead of focusing on Chelsea and Enzo Fernandez. This is not fair at all.